This is the most bizarre crossing I've ever seen. Men bring a supermarket to the other world. Yes, it is a supermarket with the currency of the other world, can buy real world items. As long as there is money, anything can be bought. He had thought it was a retarded skill. The same, and he crossed with 3 other people. People in the other world called them brave. One of them immediately used the identification technique. The man on his left was born with a chaotic and healthy body, and the 2 women on his right had 5 innate spiritual roots and were proficient in 5 rare magical compendiums of holy light and wind and thunder. Soldiers, requesting the 3 to join the kingdom. But the next second he realized there was a pretty boy behind him, so he used the identification book again, and then came to the conclusion that only the internet supermarket skills. Not only the male led froze, the crowd was also happy. The other world where there will be supermarkets, but reality is so cruel. Repeatedly tested, there is only this one skill. 3 people have hangers on, can open. Only he is rushing hangers on scent, but since they have been summoned out, the process of audience with the king, or to have summoned them and came to defeat the demon king, and only the demon king, there is a way to return to the real world. The 3 immediately began to take a stand. No room. They will strike with the 3 men's brainless different. But the male master saw at a glance. This is in the snub. Not only a little sincerity is not felt, not to mention what skills they do not have. So they politely said, bugger off, no ability, he will only be in the way here. So why not let him go back? He will keep his identity secret at the same time. Low Dispatch King became the main man and gave him 20 gold coins of madness. The hero does not know for the time being whether this is more or less. Suddenly, the chatter from the street. It turns out that due to the dress is very different, everyone feels suspicious. The hero quickly understood. So he bought a suit before going to collect information. He intended to leave this place of right and wrong from the king's money-spinning dress. He felt that the country was ruthless, but before that he also wanted to see what the hell his ability was. And the attributes were, needless to say, scummy. It is worth mentioning that there are identification and prop box skills. Identification book, as the name implies, while the prop box has the effect of storing items. As for the most crucial internet supermarket skill, it was not expected, but a little different from what he thought. He also originally thought he was going to open a supermarket, but he didn't expect that all that came into his eyes were things from the real world. It seemed that having currency would allow him to buy them. He was going to try it first, and when he saw the prompt that the balance was insufficient, the male lead tried to press the silver coin. On the moment it disappeared, all of a sudden an alert box popped up that an order had been received. In the next second, a box appeared beside the male lead, which was exactly the bread and mineral water he had ordered, tasting exactly the same as in his previous life, although not a combat skill. But the male lead was excited. This time not only do not have to worry about food, perhaps also can rely on this to make money. And after learning everything, it was also time to bail out and learn that Giles is the most bordered town in this country. Then the hero took the carriage. Next to the merchant was Chatty. He just got the luxury soap ready to buy, but unfortunately, no prop box to be able to see. The hero was puzzled, and he said that this is a skill that only 1 in 1,000 people will have. This literary merchant is also very distressed. Identification is a skill that every merchant dreams of, but unfortunately, it is only the brave will. Of course, there are also magic props for identification, but helplessly, but a group of expensive, and the rules can only be held by the guild. The main man, good smile. He must not be exposed. They both will learn that the main man to leave the country after the merchant fell. Think he is very wise. Recently this country is getting more and more gunpowder. I heard that recently will be blocked international. Hearing this, the male owner also want to go more, but I did not expect to get to the border again. The closer the carriage, but stopped running, but now it should not be that far to go when eating. The male lead understood the truth. The original country is deliberate. The purpose is to prevent the loss of nationals to foreign countries. Population decreases. Soldiers will also follow. At this time of war is even more extremely important. Crossing the border alone will be very dangerous. The journey at any time will encounter wild animals, but it is difficult to defeat the man. He intends to go to the Adventurers Guild to issue a C.
お主が我の面倒を見る義務が生じる。分かったな。
面倒義務。
それでは3度の食事期待しているぞ。